Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Kirsten Kopang-Telford. My pronouns are she, her, and I am the CEO of the forum. As we begin, I'll start by recognizing that I'm calling in today from traditional and unceded territories of the Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Musqueam nations, also known as Vancouver, British Columbia. This week, as we celebrate International Women's Day and this year's theme, Accelerate Action, I'm honored to be joined by some incredible women. At the forum, our mission has always been to unlock access to wisdom, financial, and social capital for women entrepreneurs across Canada. We deliver impactful community, education, and mentorship programs. We've seen the impact this has made. We see the checks being written, the spotlights being taken up, the doors being opened, and the power of community to drive change. Delivering this level of impact requires meaningful resources as a registered charity, and it's only possible through the generous support of our sponsors, champions, and donors. You've truly made an immense impact on women's entrepreneurs this International Women's Day. Our largest annual fundraiser is coming up on April 25th, the Odlum Brown Forum Pitch Finale. This event is essential to ensuring women, non-binary, and trans femme entrepreneurs can access the resources and community that they need to lead impactful businesses. And today, we're thrilled to share that this year's finale is officially sold out. What does this mean? As a registered charity, all of our programming, events, and community are made financially possible by each of this year's attendees and our generous sponsors and donors. It means having almost 800 community members raise their hand to attend, commit to the forum's mission, and sell out this event, bringing the forum one step closer to ensuring we can support another 2,700 or more entrepreneurs next year. We have so many incredible things in store for guests to experience at the in-person event, everything you've come to expect. And for those of you who can't join us in person on April 25th, one incredible way you can accelerate action is to support the many women entrepreneurs who donate to our online auction. Every bid that you place goes towards expanding our programs offered. So make sure to keep an eye out for the auction going live and get your bids in April. I'd now like to take a moment here to bring our finalists for the Odlum Brown Forum Pitch Finale onto the screen with me. These are just some of the women you're championing by supporting the forum. If you joined us for the Odlum Brown Forum Pitch semifinal events in Toronto on February 13th or in Vancouver on February 20th, you'll recognize these names and faces today. Select Laboratories, Imaginable Solutions, and Catalytics are the businesses who will be joining us at the finale. So I've invited Ibukun on behalf of herself and CT, Liana, and Sherry to join me here today in honor of International Women's Day. As we mentioned earlier, the theme of International Women's Day 2025 is Accelerate Action. So in just 2 to 3 sentences, I invite you each to share with this audience, how can this community accelerate action to support and elevate women entrepreneurs and to support you and your business? Ibukun, let's start with you.
Thanks, Kirsten. So this community can truly move the needle by opening doors to capital, mentorship, and visibility for women entrepreneurs like myself. Funding is still one of the biggest roadblocks for women-led startups, so creating more investment pathways, grant opportunities, and warm introductions to aligned investors would be a game changer. For Select, the biggest leverage right now are navigating regulatory approvals, locking in partnerships with diagnostic labs, and securing strategic B2B collaborations as we continue to prepare for our entry into market. But beyond funding and strategy, community is everything where we can share experiences and lift each other up. Entrepreneurship is a wild ride, but with platforms like what the firm provides, you can go further, faster.
Thank you so much, Ibukun. And I know that the forum and our broader community are thrilled to be on this ride with you. Liana, how would you answer the question?
So it's wonderful to be having this conversation today on International Women's Day. For Imaginable Solutions, it's all about opening up those connections. They don't cost any money to make a connection to someone. So being able to connect a woman-led company, maybe a sales channel or a mentor or an investor, could be a huge game changer for their growth. So for Magical Solutions, making connections to companies like Microsoft or Apple. Guided Hands, our product, is making touchscreen devices accessible for children who have hand disabilities, or even we're making markers accessible for kids who can't even hold a marker or a crayon. So making those connections, building those brand partnerships for us would be amazing and will help us grow so much. And likewise for other women-led companies, it's those connections, those 1 hour quick mentor calls that could really be a huge game changer.
Thanks so much, Leanna. Every time we talk, I love learning more and more about the impact and the and how broad your product can go. Thanks for sharing. Sherry, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Kristen. And we truly appreciate the forum and the role that you play in helping us to drive change. In our case, that's within dairy farming. The forum's support, and in fact, this community's support, you're allowing us to create cutting edge tech for our industry to help farmers economically produce really great milk, create more sustainable farms, and ensure that we have the happiest cows here in Canada. So I'd say that there's three things for us. First off, for women ag tech entrepreneurs, but in fact, all entrepreneurs, we thrive when you share our success. This is a really homegrown grassroots community. So when you're spreading the word about innovation and talking about Canada's strong agriculture industry, you're helping advocate for advancements in Canadian dairy farming. Secondly, I'd say building community. If you know somebody in the agri-tech space, nutritionists, veterinary groups, dairy cooperatives, we'd love if you made those connections. Then you are becoming part of that community yourself by taking the time to do that. And then thirdly, it's actually using our product. Be an early adopter. We create task managers and shift schedulers in our case, and you can use those in other industries as well. But by trying this out, that's a gift to not only others in the community so that you can share your experiences, but you're also then sharing that feedback with us, letting us know what you don't like and what you love, so that you can actively shape the future of dairy innovation. So I'd really challenge you this International Women's Day, do this one thing for me. Find whatever female-led startup or women-led startup that's out there that you really love and tell somebody about it. Talk about it. Take the challenge where you share your favorite entrepreneurs' journeys or your favorite company's products. And that really is a tangible way of strengthening this community.
Thanks so much, Sherry. And I think to tag on to what you're saying, for those listening, the women with me today are truly innovating and making change in our communities and in our society. And to get there, that takes all of us. We all become the innovators that help to make that change. So thank you to the three of you for the work that you're doing, and to those of you in the community who are helping these women who are taking these huge steps to make the change that they're making in the world. So thank you all. Thanks to all of you for joining us today, for taking the time with us on International Women's Day. I can't wait to celebrate your incredible journeys on April 25th together. To our community tuning in, I want to wish you all a happy and meaningful International Women's Day. 3 years ago at the forum, we, for the first time ever, embraced the idea of welcoming a revolution of rest to mark this day. You'll hear it from many of our faculty in our programs, and we agree. True community care begins with self-care. Our wish is that all women are able to spend their time how they choose to, in honor of International Women's Day, whether that's by caring for others, revisiting goals, or simply taking the day to rest and recharge in a way that feels right to them. So this International Women's Day, we hope you'll continue to join us in this movement by doing what's best for you. And let's all invest in women today and always.